it's going, and it's going, and everything is gonna be all right, and everything is gonna be okay. We do this thing like every day, and we do it our way yes. It's the daily what? Yeah, and it's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and we are in motion. Everything is gonna be smooth like lotion. Tonight on the daily go get mism show, we're talking about the real reason why people bite the hand that feeds them. You know, it sounds crazy. It really does. Why would you give somebody your ass to kiss that has been holding you down, making sure that you're good, looking out for you, having your back, promoting you out in these streets and making sure that you find the right people to meet and putting you in places that you've never been and making sure that even when you fuck up, it's not a sin word. Well, we're going to get into it. We're going to explore a few reasons why it might happen. I'm going to tell you right now that jealousy is one of those reasons. But it's not the only reason, it's one of the root causes, I believe. But there are other reasons, and we will go into this, and it's going to be all right. You would never miss work. T carry right morning, noon, and night. Is always good to have my peepers going right in your sight, and that's real. So, yeah, the real reason why people be biting the hand that feeds them. It's a lot of that going on out here. It really is. It's a lot of that going on out here. And one of the things I want to talk about tonight is why we show sympathy to the person that bit the hand, and you know what I'm saying? The person that bit the hand that feeds them. Sometimes we have a little bit of sympathy, empathy. We show a little favor to the ones that really are dead wrong in the situation. But I don't know. We're going to get into it. We're going to get involved. These puzzle pieces right here. We going to solve, baby. No mystery tonight. We're going to try to pull the skirt off of this thing, baby. We're going to pull the skirt off of this thing. For real. All right, let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the daily go get mism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the daily go get him in the show, and I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope that y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So we're talking about the real reason why people be biting the hand that feeds them. Why would anybody do that? Y'all know that you've seen it, I've seen it, we've all seen it, we've all wondered about it, we've all talked about it, we've all been like, yo, what the hell? Why would you do that? The thing about when somebody bites the hand that feeds them, we see that coming along the whole time. You can see it a mile away. Like, listen, you can tell when somebody's about to slime ball, somebody is about to mess up, somebody is about to backbite the person that is looking out for them the most. It happens. Shitting on people is almost as much human nature as trying to do right by somebody. Maybe even a little bit more. I know the sting of it. The sting of doing right by somebody while they shitting on you is terrible. And and there's so many ways There's so many ways that this can happen, because we talk about partners in crime, and partners in crime are often no good. They're partners in crime and all that good stuff, but both of them are criminals. And when you're criminals, you're criminal minded. When you're criminal minded, then a lot of things go that wouldn't go if you were more familial minded. Family minded people get their feelings hurt all the time. Think about it. Family minded people get their feelings hurt all the time. And predators talk that family shit all the time now, don't they? Yeah, family. Hey, family. You always hear a shyster, a con man, some trickster. Always talk about family. We like family. Hey, yo, fam. Hey, yo, you my peoples, yo, peoples. And that's why one of the reasons why you hear so many people, shy away from or throw up the red flag when they hear somebody calling them family too soon. Oh yeah, he like a brother to me. You known this dude for 3 months. Y'all like brothers? I'm saying no. What you saying though? Sucré chez toi. Ha. Sucré chez toi. Ha. Sucré chez toi. Sucré JT Ux. Thanks for coming through. And I know you give a good to see you, Ma. Stacy White. What's going on, Ma? Good to see me some you. So yeah. Biting the hand that feeds them. We see it a mile away. You can always tell when somebody ain't 100. You can always tell when somebody ain't even a passing grade. You can tell when somebody ain't a 75. Tell when somebody ain't a 75. I ain't asked you to be 100. Sometimes we lie, but damn, you couldn't make it to a 75, a passing grade. Yo, me and you made a bed together. I thought we was cool, but yeah, you a 75, you a 70. No, you a 69. You's a sucker boy, sucker girl. You ain't no good. You poop butt chicken head hoe bitch. We gotta start bringing that word back. You a poop butt. You a poo butt. Poo butt. You poo butt. Poop. Biting the hand that feeds you. Biting the hands that feeds you. And what we're only really talking about is somebody who is either jealous or somebody who is selfish. A lot of times the people don't like to see other people advance. So if you're anything like me, you've seen people who have made it somewhere in life give to people who are underprivileged, don't have a whole lot. And if you're anything like me, you've seen people talk shit about that. Like, he only showing off his money. She only showing off what she got. She don't really care about nobody. She just giving so it'll make her look good. Like we all, out here living in the media, like we doing a press release or some shit like that. So damn, what they say, no good deed will go unpunished, right? That's right, Sucre. Poop butt. We bring it back. We bringing back the poo butt. They're everywhere. We see poo butts. I seen some poo butts today. Easily. Back up, poo butt. This shit can't handle. Shout out to my man D-Light. My man D-Light from Stetsasonic. Shout out to the whole group, Stet. The band called Stet. I used to like Stetsasonic. I really did. Like Stetsasonic. So yeah. So yeah. We have seen people that were going to slime ball somebody. We seen them a mile away. And sometimes we tried to warn the person that was about to get their back bitten out, that was about to get their hand bit off. Did they listen? No. Why? Because they had that humanitarian spirit in them. Because they had that underdog. I just want to see everybody win. I just like to see people win. You know what I'm saying? I came from a place when I didn't have a whole lot. So when I see somebody who doesn't have anything and I have something now, then, I try to help them out as much as possible. But people be talk about we are family. We are family. Yo, you my people. We are family. You know how we do. You are family to me. See, you are family. Motherfuckers will talk that shit. No good money getting, money grubbing preachers. They talk that shit. Family. We're family. We're all God's family. We God's family. Family of God. We're family of God. People will put that family shit on you. On that bullshit. Comment. And it's because of these biting the hand that feeds you ass motherfuckers. That's why we don't trust people who try to forge a bond with us quickly. We've been burned. We don't even understand how somebody can have experiences in their life so positive that they want to build more and more and more and more. We don't even understand how a person can easily trust others because it's beyond our realm of possibility. It's behind our realm of understanding. We can't get with that. And you know who else can't get with that? That person that bites the hand that feeds them. We all got to trust somebody. When it all comes down to it, we all got to trust somebody. We do. You know, we don't have to trust people deeply, but we have to lend a level of trust in every area of our lives. There are limitations on everything, but those limitations are the limitations that we place, that we govern. But we have to trust somebody. If you work a job, you have to trust that your paycheck will be there every other week or every week. You have to trust that. You don't know that. You don't know that for a fact, but you do know that all of the times before it has been there, and it'll be there this next time too. That's trust right there. Yeah, it may seem like it's grassroots, but that's your level. I mean, that's your source of income right there. You know, I think that's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal. Especially if you've ever worked for somebody who be shitting on you. If you've ever worked for somebody who didn't pay you when they were supposed to pay you, or didn't pay you, had you worked and didn't pay you. Yeah, there have been people out there who have worked jobs like that. Yeah, this motherfucker didn't pay me. Of course, people have gotten hurt behind it and all that. But one thing that got hurt bad, I mean, worse than anything else, was somebody's feelings. Everybody ain't about that violent retaliation life. Everybody ain't about that. And that's a good thing, honestly. But it also gives people the green light to be shitting on people. So people seek out people that they think are weak or are afraid. They seek them out because they feel like they can get something from them, biting the hand that feeds them. So Crazy Twice says, I thought that was a good nickname, Pooh Butt. Pooh Butt, yo, oh, you named somebody. You gave somebody a nickname, Pooh Butt. Oh shit. She says, I don't trust easily. I understand. She said, it better be there. Talking about that paycheck. That's right. It better be there. And we do trust that it'll be there. You know, a lot better, a lot more than we trust maybe a neighbor that lives around the corner who wanted to use our bathroom. Like, you're not gonna mind. Why? What you mean you want to use the bathroom? Fuck you talking about? Honestly, how many of you would let, if a neighbor from around the corner, not on your block, not somebody that you see on a regular basis, maybe not somebody that you've ever seen before, if somebody told you, listen, I live around the corner on whatever street, and I was walking by your house and I really have to go to the bathroom bad, and I don't want to go in these bushes and violate. Can I use your bathroom, please? How many of y'all would let them in? How many of y'all would let them in? Honestly, I wouldn't do it. Nigga, it's an empty lot. 2 doors down. Go ahead. Rock out. For me, home invasion would be all up in my psyche. Matter of fact, As a matter of fact, I would look at him like I might be ready to go get the weapon. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Some shit like that would have me on edge for the rest of the night. Like, yo, man, who the fuck? Hold on. Who the fuck sent somebody to knock on my door asking to use the bed? What the fuck is going on here? I know how I would be in that situation. I would be sitting on Chrome like, I would probably go sit out on my steps like, okay, I'm going to see which way they coming. I bet you won't shoot up the crib knowing I haven't done anything to anybody, but that would have me on edge. It might be legit. Like, I really just got to use the bathroom. They could be dancing and shit. Like, dance your ass over there to that damn light. Dance. It is what it is. And it's sad that we live in a world that is that way. But when you've been set up before, when you've seen other people set up, when you have done for others and they've done you dirty, you doing for them and they doing you dirty. When you've been through enough of those types of situations, you start to think a little differently. What's going on, my brother from another mother? Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max and chill. It's good to see you, and that's why you my dude. And I'm glad that you came on through. Cheryl, you too, Shirley. Cheryl, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. Yo, it's always a pleasure to see you, girl. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow, she about to turn it out. It's good to see y'all. Thanks for coming on through. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, and I'm your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the R. And we're talking about the real reason why people bite the hand that feeds them. If you have ever been in a situation or saw a situation because you were close to it, where somebody who was really looking out for somebody, who was doing really well by somebody, got shitted on, got fronted on, got dissed, got hated on, got done dirty by somebody they was looking out for. How many of y'all have ever had to put somebody out of your crib? You ever had to put somebody out of your crib? Whether it was your man, whether it was your girl. Here's the thing about putting somebody out of your crib. It could be a situation where you was letting somebody stay at your house rent-free. They wasn't paying no money. Not only was they not paying no money, they was getting room and board. You was cooking meals. They had access to the refrigerator, and believe me, they was using that shit. Oh, and don't let it be a situation where they're not paying you rent, but they getting the food stamps, so they think that's a badge of honor. Like food stamps pay the rent. Yeah, when I was renting out houses, food stamps could pay the rent, but you know, in today's society with that card, it just ain't gonna get it. But don't let it be a situation where you're working, you're paying the rent, they're living rent free, but putting food in the refrigerator. Because you can't tell nobody nothing. Your rent could be $2,000 and they could be putting $200 of food in that refrigerator and eating up $150 worth of it. They will tell you that they've been giving you money. They've been giving you money. I may not pay no dollar rent, but every food on the money I done spent, I pay my way. I ain't here just not gonna stay. Tell me I'm lying. Hopefully none of y'all been through it, but I've seen it, and it's real. That shit is real. Let a motherfucker who ain't paying you no rent, and by motherfucker I mean a woman who ain't paying you no rent, stay in your house and be putting the food in the refrigerator. Now, Mind you, she ain't there by herself. She there with like 2 kids. How $200 worth of food stamps? How long that work? How long that lasts a full grown adult and 2 children? Better act like you know. Shit is rad. Okay, so they not paying no rent and they violating. You told them, listen, we need to have some house rules here. You and your kids can stay, and I'm gonna put y'all up for as long as it take you to get back on your feet. But this is what I need from you. I don't want you having no company up in here. It's already too crowded. We blended families up in here. I'm trying to help you out. So listen, if you gotta fuck, I need you to go to a hotel, go to his house or whatever. Don't do that in here. What happens? They fuck right in there. They putting food stamps. They got the food stamp. They putting food in the refrigerator, 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 food in the refrigerator. They got this shit all in the smash. They don't got no cash, but they got that shit for your ass. Food in the fridge, food in the fridge, food in the fridge, food in the fridge. The food in the fridge is just how they live. They got you, yo. So they fucking in your crib, violating. They home all day. They not working. Using up all your utilities too. The water, the gas, the electric, the cable, all that old shit. Mm-hmm. You get fed up with it. Like each rule that you keep asking them to follow, they keep breaking. Because their badge of honor is they putting $200. Okay, let's go over the top. They putting $300, fuck it, $400 of food in the refrigerator. Mm-hmm. Your rent could be $1,800. Real shit. You rent $1,800, and they told you that it's a violation of your lease to have anybody living in the crib or in the spot that ain't on the lease. And her and her 2 kids ain't on the lease. Mm-hmm. 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 So, mind you, she fucking in the crib. She using up all the utilities. She running up bills and shit. And she don't feel like she should have to listen to what you got to say because she grown. And behind your back, she calling you every name except for the child of God. She telling you, well, she letting me stay there, but she only letting me stay there because he only letting me stay there because she only letting me stay there because she only letting me stay. This bitch letting you stay up in a gated community. She paying $2,000 a month, and here the fuck you are with $400 in food stamps and not another contribution with you and your two and a half kids. You probably pregnant right now from fucking in her crib, letting the nigga nut all up in you. The nut just egg. Gotcha, ma. And every chance you get to your little friends, to your little family, to your little peoples who ain't putting you up, who didn't rush in to help you out, you got everything to say to them about this person that helped you out. You biting the hand that feeds you. You biting the hand that feeds you. So then when you get put the fuck out, yeah, I'm sorry. You got to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you got to get out. I'm sorry. You're done. You and the kids. Now, what happens then, y'all? What happens? What happens? You put them out, and even though people know that you're right for putting them out, they're like, well, I mean, couldn't you let the kids stay? Please tell me I'm lying. I mean, you could have let the kids stay, right? I mean, it ain't their fault their mom is like that. We look out for the bad guy. It ain't your fault that they super grown ass has not been responsible enough to give their children a place to live. But when you get sick of this shit, when you get sick of being disrespectful and put their asses out, now everybody want to look at you like, well, I mean, I see what you're saying, but damn, man, she got 2 kids, man. They young too. Yeah, get your ass in the shelter. And I don't even mean to be like that, but you see what I'm saying? The person that didn't do anything wrong becomes the victim. Meanwhile, the one that victimizes people or the person, everybody like, yeah, when you don't think you could give them another chance, nigga, you give them another chance. Bitch, you give them another chance. You help them babies out. Shit, she can't even go back to her mom crib. Or it's a situation where the mom like, all right, the babies can stay. You go stay with that nigga you was fucking. Now, y'all tell me y'all ain't never heard that. Yeah, my grandbabies can stay. My grands can stay, but you, I'm sorry, you gotta take your ass on. That nigga, I hope you won't have a nigga you can't even spend the night. Who house you can't even spend the night over. We not doing that, are we? Well, you go stay with him, or you go stay in that shelter until you get that Section 8. Your kids gonna stay here. You go get that. You go stay in that shelter until you get that Section 8. All right. Hold on. Okay. I got. Yeah. When I boot somebody out, I use my foot. Fuck that. You gotta give them the straight. The fuck out. My examples deserve physical movements. I see that we have a call on the line. We do. And if y'all would like to get on, y'all can speak too. And the number to call is 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Yeah, get your shot. Yeah, 319-527-6199. That's the number to call if you would like to speak on the air, live on the air, tell your story. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak. And then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn thing. Yeah. All right, Carol Chamberlain, favorita. Okay. All right. So caller with the last numbers 4828. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening?
Man, this subject gives me PTSD because I have allowed family members.
Isn't that part-time sucker dude?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, bet.
But yeah, I've let friends live in my property, one of my properties, and family members stay at the house, friends stay at the house. For the most part, people stay their time, and then they go on to their next phase. But there's always somebody who just wants to try your sanity. I once rented out a property to a friend, and they begged me, and the property wasn't ready to be rented, but they begged me, please, we're about to, we're in a situation. They were in a situation where they had to move. They were They had to evacuate the apartment that they were renting out, and they had children. So I felt kind of bad, and I'm like, listen, like you have to understand, I'm still fixing this place up. They're like, no, we get it. And once they were in there, I still had to pay mortgage on the spot. Once they were in there, they were like, no, we need you to fix this right now. And I was like, well, what? Okay. So, I was doing my best to meet those deadlines. Unfortunately, I had a head contractor who was a shyster. So things really weren't, they would get, he would nigger rig a lot of the repairs and then pocket the rest of the money. Needless to say, the friend feeling some kind of way, stopped paying rent. And I felt some kind of way about that. Like I'm trying to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And I really felt like they were biting the hand that was helping to feed them. So
people do it all the time. Now, I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but let me ask you this. Let's talk a little bit about the reasons why she bit the hand that fed her. Now from what you said, she came to you in a desperate situation, right? Yeah. Like, please help me. I'll take anything, any crumbs you have. We'll make the best of it. I mean, please. And then all of a sudden, it changed from that to the whole narrative of what you ever do for me. Because whatever you were supposed to do for me, you ain't finished doing it. So in all reality, you ain't do nothing. Why do you think? But why do you think she did that? Why do you think a person would do that?
Several reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say that she and I are still friends. Are we as close as we once were? No. Mm-hmm. But that's such as it's not because of that. She and I talked. Like, we spoke candidly about that situation when she was out of the property. But in her case, ignorance. So okay, when somebody's renting from you, especially if it's a friend or family, and they don't know how to do electrical, plumbing, construction, things like that, they don't understand how much work and money goes into those jobs.
True.
So that was part of the reason why the hand was being bitten. 2, selfishness. It was like, and selfishness on top of the ignorance. It's like, well, these repairs should happen instantly. It shouldn't only take 1 or 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is not the DIY channel. That's not what happens. This shit ain't getting fixed in a half an hour. That's not how it works here. Right. And again, money. So it was about being selfish. And 3, because I believe that they knew, even the head contractor, who turned out to be a shyster, knew that I have a bleeding heart. There's a threshold, but while my heart is still bleeding, I'm going. I hear the violins, and I'm like, okay, I really want to help this person out, and I'm thinking about the small children, and I'm thinking about the disabled parent and things like that. So I think some folks, in general, especially if they keep biting the hand that feeds them, they know that the person who they're biting, really, they're a compassionate person. So they keep pushing and they keep pushing and keep pushing. I guess sometimes they don't believe that those people, the kind people, have a threshold or a line that shouldn't be crossed. So they keep, doing shit to, well, that didn't make them upset enough to shut it down. Well, I'll just keep on going. It's almost like, because you didn't shut it down, they think that you're a punk, and they can just keep taking advantage.
Okay. Have you ever considered that maybe some people bite the hand that feeds you because they really want to be the hand that is doing the feeding.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now it seems weird that instead of
it doesn't.
no what I'm
Oh, it doesn't.
let me finish what I'm saying. It seems weird that a person would, instead of learning from the person that's being able to do the feeding, instead of taking cues from what they have done and asking for help on how they can get in that position, because the hand that feeds you is normally a hand that will teach you. It's part of the meal.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing all of that, they would rather, if they find out how they can get like you, they'll say that you took the easy road out. You're lucky. You're spoiled. It was because you had parents who did this, that, and the third. And, you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth and all this old shit. As if any of that has anything to do with the fact that you are sharing what you have instead of keeping it all to yourself. I suspect that a lot of people who bite the hand that feeds them are jealous because they don't have the hand that can feed. They're not in a position to be able to give out the meals, to cook the meals, to prepare. And it makes them feel small. And what do small people do? Some pick on smaller people, but a lot of people make big people look, try to make bigger people look bad. Yeah, I mean, even if you're just talking about a physical thing, they don't call it a short man. What do they call it? Not the Napoleon complex. Napoleon what actually wasn't all of that short. He was like 5'7". Did you know that? Wasn't all that short. I mean, he was. He was, what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was a little pygmy or nothing like that. He was 5'7".
Yeah, he's shorter than me, so.
Yeah, but I mean, I think about short man complex. I'm usually thinking about like 5'2", 5'3". You know what I'm saying? Like, short. Like go ahead with the bullshit, shorty. Like you playing around with 13-year-olds. They think you one of them. Yeah, you are 34. But anyway, so people often look at the people who are able to move and shake and do things and realize and plan things out and like plan their work their plan and structure themselves in a way that will allow them to be successful. A lot of people just don't, they want to be able to do that, and because they can't, they make the people who do that look bad, or at least they try to.
But it's not that they can't.
It's not. It is not that they can't. At the time, though, they can't. People don't look at.
I don't believe that either. Sometimes people aren't necessarily willing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always that they can't. Sometimes it's that they can't, and or that they're not willing to do what it takes to be the person feeding. So they become resentful of the person who's able to feed.
What I'm saying, they can't feed today. They don't have the resources. They don't have the food. You know what I mean? I don't mean that they can't in terms of they're not, they don't have the ability to at some time, but right now, today, at this moment, while they're biting the hand that feeds them, they are not able to be the feeder. They don't see themselves as that way, in that way. And, a lot of people who bite the hand that feeds them, they don't respect processes. They don't understand that shit. That's why they always calling somebody spoiled or whatever. You can be as spoiled as you want to be. If you don't do something with what you have been spoiled with, it's all for nothing. Mm-hmm. It don't mean nothing. Your parents can give you the best education. They can give you all of the resources. They can give you the best contacts. If you don't use any of those things, it ain't gonna mean shit. You got to pick up the ball. Somebody might have passed you the ball and put you in the game, but you got to pick it up and play with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
You can't Ben Simmons your way through life.
Sorry. Wow. You ain't lying though. That Ben Simmons.
Fucking Ben Simmons. Fuck Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Fuck Ben Simmons. That motherfucker. He biting the hand of the team who feet. Fuck Ben Simmons. I hate Ben Simmons. I hate him. I hate Ben Simmons. Anyway. But yeah, you know, when you think about the motivation that people have to actually do the feeding, and then the motivation that people have to try to tear down the feeder. You know,
can I admit something though? So your question was, you know, have I ever thought of that being a reason? And I have. But during a time where I actually considered that being a reason for a specific person who I had been with, and they had lost their job, and I was like, no, I got you, and I thought I was doing this, you know, strong Black woman holding her man down thing. It was going to be a source of pride for us both. Turned out, no, 10 years later, it wasn't. And then I had that thought. I was like, is he like feeling like some kind of way because he's not the person being the feeder? And I do understand that men see themselves as providers. So I keep telling him that, you know, his words for the family was this, that, you know, telling him about that was more than just money. Money had nothing to do with it and how much we all loved him. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I never admitted, you know, to anyone until today that I actually, that thought passed in my head. Like, I wonder if he's like, you know, some kind of way, because he's not the person providing everything, and he's not the feeder.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I thought back to how he behaved when he was making a lot of money, and you know, he was always the big man around town. You know, what you need? $100? You need $2,000? What you need?
Word.
You know, so he liked being the big man on campus. So I had to really stop and think about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
No, I was just about to say how, just like you were saying, there are different types of providers. But when you limit yourself to the thought that there's only one way to provide, so then you allow your feelings of ineptitude to override the efforts that you're putting in, or override the impact of the efforts that you may be having on a situation, because you think that there's only one way to provide. And you know, a lot of men, just like you were saying, a lot of men feel this way, and it's sad. But I'm gonna tell you like this, because listen, we're gonna keep it a buck. If a man sees his worth in the financial part of the way he provides, then a lot of men are just trying to be in the money position so they can either have total control of the situation, or so they can just throw money at the situation and get away from the situation and do whatever the fuck they want to do somewhere else where they're throwing money at that situation too. You understand what I'm saying? And the only reason that I'm saying that is because I understand the good way that men think, and I also understand the evil, sinister, misguided way that men think also. When a man reduces his worth to what he can financially provide, there are often sinister reasons because of that. He either just wants to throw money at the situation so he can go and do whatever he want to do, or he wants to he wants to control the situation and navigate it in the way that basically you're gonna do what I say. This is my shit. I pay for this. They're my titties. They're my what Big Bun say. I pay for them. They're my titties. Go on, get your own. You heard? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that because once he did get some money in his hand, he was definitely beating up on his chest like he was a silverback, you know. And I was like, okay. And then once the money was gone, because he didn't know how to manage money, so every time he got a lump sum of money, he behaved like people do around ghetto Christmas, aka tax return time.
Tax return time.
Yeah. So you're right about that. It was definitely about a control thing. Yeah, definitely. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not always that way, but it's something that we have to consider if we're going to be talking about the real reason why people bite the hand that feeds them. And unfortunately, in some of those situations, a husband has had to get ejected from his home. You know, motherfucker don't want to do right, even if he only gets ejected temporarily. It's necessary because he may have been spreading toxicity amongst the family members. The same way that you might have to kick a child out that's selling drugs, posing a danger to the family. You know, gangs, drugs, violence. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
no, I understand more than you think.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to kick mine out. So.
Yeah, you want to be a fucking hooligan and do whatever you want to do, but the hell with the rest of your siblings that still have a chance to make something out of themselves. You want to be the example that that says fuck it. The ends justify the means. I'm out here thugging, trap house, doing funny gestures with your fingers that I'm glad I can't emulate. You know what I mean? So yeah, there are a few reasons why a person might bite the hand that feeds them, but all of those reasons are invalid or not justifiable reasons. They're not. You have jealousy, you have envy, you have inferiority complexes, you have hero complexes, you have all types of reasons. Well, I don't see why I gotta do what such and such say just because they blah 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 blah. Or I don't see why everybody gives such and such love and they don't give me none. Let me tell you something, and let me put this out there. And this is, what I mean, some of y'all gonna feel this, some of y'all not. But this show is called The Real Reason Why People Bite the Hand That Feeds Them. I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to put this out there on some serious shit. Sometimes if you are a good looking person, you got to watch the ugly people that you help.
Wow.
As fucking ridiculous and conceited as it sounds, people who don't think that they're very good looking hate on people who are. Facts. They do. Not all of them do it, but some people do it outright, and some people do it on the low. That jealousy, that non-verbal, undercurrent jealousy, that shit is a killer. That shit is a silent killer. You will find those will be the motherfuckers you will find standing over you while you leaking out that cut in your back. And they like, oh shit, damn, they messed up your face.
Wow.
And you can take that literally or you can take that figuratively as far as the ugly person. But seriously, I have seen good looking people help out people who are not so good looking and get their ass handed to them because of it. Real shit.
What about good looking people who will bite the hand that feeds them because they know that they're good looking and they know they can garner like sympathy from someone immediately.
Right.
And if the ugly person or who they believe is the less attractive person tries to protest, then they already know that most folks will be like, oh well, so and so is just mad because because he or she is cute, and they probably just jealous of you, and that's probably why they kicked you out of their house. The pretty person is not going to say I wasn't paying rent. The pretty person is not going to say my kids fucked up all, pulling out the damn electrical outlets, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I've seen that. I've seen, I have some good looking cousins, and I've seen them take advantage in a lot of situations. It's not a lot of them that do that. It's a handful of them. But boy, let me tell you.
You right.
Because they're fly, they get away with this shit.
But that's hoe shit. That, I mean, honestly, that's just hoe shit. That's trick shit and hoe shit. And it's hard for me to let me put this right. I was gonna say it's hard for me to really be sympathetic to that situation because I mean if you paying for ass and that's your way of life, then you just gonna get what comes out of it. But I'm not so sure that if you in a tricking situation, that if you shit on somebody, I'm not sure if you biting the hand that feeds them. A bit biting the hand that feeds you. Because y'all kind of had a contract. It's like, I mean, I see what I understand you, but I'm like,
it's because a good looking person's not. They're not just biting the hand of somebody who they're having sex with, or someone who wants to have sex with them. And that too. It might, they might be biting the hand of their ugly cousin, their less attractive sister, or their less attractive brother.
Well, hold on. So let me get this straight. And maybe it's just me. Like family members do for other family members because they cute?
Yep.
Oh, okay. But see, that's a little bit out of my realm of like I ain't fucking with that.
You want to roll with the good looking cousin or the good looking sibling? Yep.
Okay. But how are they feeding them?
What do you mean? How are they feeding them?
Okay.
So what if you are an attractive but nerdy family member, and so you always saved your birthday money since you were poor, so you were the first person to get a car, you were the first person to get an apartment, and you're a late bloomer, so you don't realize that you're actually attractive, and here comes your sibling, older or younger, or cousin, older or younger, friend, older or younger, and of course they need to top a squat real quick. Yeah, you can bite the hand that feeds you in that situation.
But did they? I guess what I'm struggling with is did they let them stay with them because they was cute?
Yes, less attractive. I've seen it happen. Less attractive people. So everybody thinks, not everybody, but a lot of people think that really good looking people purposely hang out with ugly people in order to make themselves look better. It goes both ways. Because a lot of people who believe that they're unattractive think that they're going to get that attractive person's leftovers.
Oh, okay.
Or if the attractive person lives a certain lifestyle, whether they have the means to do so or not, but if they live a certain lifestyle, that they want to kind of piggyback off of that. So, they'll find themselves providing a lot of services and such just to be able to participate.
Interesting. You know, because that sounds to me, that sounds like groupie stuff. So I wasn't looking at it from that angle, but okay. I mean, like, I don't know. At a certain age, you know, like, all right, like I would say from being a teenager to being in college and all of that, yeah. But like if you working off of leftovers, somebody's leftovers, if you in your 30s, that's you. That's ain't no way out. Like, cause that sounds like a child's game to me. Like leftovers. Shit, I ain't even trying to eat that meal. Like, fuck out of here. But then again, I would never consider letting somebody stay with me just because they was cute and good looking. Like, the fuck out of here. Look, your fine ass is gonna be paying this much. Look, I got a whole set of bills just for you, cutie. Hey, yo, hey, let me see that beautiful signature of yours. Huh? Yeah, get that checkbook out. Yeah, we going, woo! Look at that signature of yours. It's like calligraphy. That is what I call penmanship. Remember how the teacher used to have the cursive alphabet, the banner? Like, you really followed that to the look at that. Wow. I can see every letter in your signature. You know, a lot of people this has chicken scratch like they're a doctor. You have a teacher's signature. That is. Look, you go. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But okay. All right. But feelings of ineptitude exist at any age frame. So I understand it from that standpoint. But when I guess when I think about biting the hand that feeds you, I'm thinking about a situation where one person is pretty much at least 90% on the altruistic side, and the other person is pretty much 90% on the receiving side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a definite donor over here and a recipient. I ain't talking about a situation where, you know, there's a lot of play in the middle and all of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about, like, listen, I've been holding you down for a minute. Like, I've been taking care of you. When people soured your name in the streets, I spoke you up. Like, nah, it's not like that. As a matter of fact, don't talk like that around. Don't talk like that about such and such around me. It's not going. I'm not having that. We're not doing that. You know, that type of shit. Or, you know, like I said, you was out in the streets when they put you out. I took you in. I cleaned you up, shined you. You know, buffed you, put some shellac on you and shit. You know what I'm saying? You was shiny. You was a shiny motherfucker. You know, that type shit. And when I didn't give up on you when you fucked up, I cleaned it up. Like, all right, all right. Even them questionable fuck ups where I felt like, I'm not sure if there wasn't a little malice in here. I still said, you know what? Hurt people. And I don't know. I hate that fucking phrase. Hurt people.
I do too. It feels like an excuse, but even though I know it's true, it feels like it's an excuse. You know?
Hey people. Well, I know too many hurt people that help people. So I'm not trying to give nobody that out. I ain't feeling it. That hurt people shit. And it's easy to say that shit about somebody else's victimization. When it comes to visit you ain't saying that hurt people shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I did everything for this motherfucker. I saved his life or her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was after them and all that kind of shit. I hit him. You know, the cops he had bench warrants and all that shit. I stuffed the motherfucker in my basement and fed him and shit until the coast was clear. You know what I mean? You know, like that type shit. I sacrificed for such and such.
I had the cops come to my house in the middle of the morning. Into my bedroom.
That's right.
To come get dude. And you know what I did? I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna write I wrote a letter to the judge. I was calling around the state reps. Man, listen. And I'm trying to stop myself from calling all kinds of names, but the man still turn around, man. He'll right now. If you talk to him, he'll spit on my name.
Right now. Shit like that.
It baffles me.
Yeah, and it is baffling, and at the same time, it's like, unfortunately, with today's society, is something that we almost are expected to come to expect. Like, no good deed goes unpunished. But one thing that that I am growing tired of is people giving the violator the pass. They're getting too much sympathy for their ill deeds. It's just, it ain't right.
They sure are.
You know what I mean? We're the fucking victims advocates out this bitch. There ain't enough.
Yep.
There ain't enough.
Yep. I got mutual friends who were just like, oh, well, he was just feeling really bad. And that's probably why he behaved that way. And I'm like, okay. they just, everybody, he's coddled. And it's like, wow. Because he has a history of certain behavior way before I was even, around. But here he is, being coddled. People make excuses for it.
Mm-hmm. And on Instagram, Sucre Chatois says, the cute kids get away with everything. And you know what? There's a certain amount of truth to that. But that's why it's important for parents to be just as cute as their kids. That way, you got to face off even. If you an ugly ass parent, but you looked up and fucked, you fucked around with somebody that was good looking, now your kid is look better than you. You know what I mean? It could be to your detriment. So you got to get with somebody. You got to be a parent that looks as good as your kids. Then be like, look, motherfucker, I did what you did. Get that bullshit out of here. Listen, we gonna hug it out and all of that shit, but you keep that bullshit up, and I'm gonna whoop your little cute ass. You know what I mean? Cute people cry just as they cry just like the little ugly ones. Fuck out of here.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I wasn't ready.
Look, I'm just saying. But you're right. Only in our community, the cute kids be the light-skinned kids. It be the little light-skinned ones versus the little darkies. It's not like that all the time. But unfortunately, in those situations, look, if you and all your cousins are cute, then y'all all even. You got ugly ass cousins and you the superstar. It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the cousins with good hair. You know who the fuck you are, and you know what you did. It is what it is.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Look, nobody gets hated on in this world. Nobody gets hated on in this world like a good-haired cousin. You know what I mean? And that's not up for debate. Fuck out of here. Now, if all your cousins got good hair, I don't know what the fuck is going on with your little Ethiopian family. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We ain't gotta do this. Power Monday. We about to wrap up pretty soon. But yeah, biting the hand that feeds you. Parents, you have children. I mean, this is very tragic, but you have had children that have murdered their parents for insurance money. And look at the fucking Menendez twins.
Yeah.
We can't prove their parents are not alive to prove that they weren't abusers. We have no proof. But we have proof that the motherfuckers killed their parents in cold blood and hid the fact that they did it and spent all of that money. Well, they didn't get a chance to spend it all. It was too much to spend at one time. They was living high off the hog. They sure weren't acting like post abused kids. Shit, they was acting like spoiled ass kids. That they said fuck a trust fund. We gonna get the whole thing. But yeah, biting
one of the questions you asked.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the questions that you asked in your show description was, why do we make excuses for them? Are you referring to the hand that's feeding them making excuses, or people on the outside?
I was talking about the whole hurt people hurt people thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know that when if you're the person who's the feeder and you're making excuses for the person who's biting your hand, it's usually because you're embarrassed.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking that way. Yeah, I was strictly talking about, people who use the hurt people thing. Like, why are we giving these bastards a pass? Why are we doing that? The victim, the giver, the feeder is the one that has been wrong. That's the only one who deserves a pat on the back. Like I said, like in the case where somebody wasn't paying you rent, yet they disrespected and violated your home and shit, and then you put their ass out, and people like, damn, you couldn't let them stay, like, at least, the holidays coming up. Fuck is you talking about? Fucking around with they asses, I wouldn't have had no holidays. They Grinch who stole Christmas ass motherfuckers. I wasn't gonna have no holiday. I put them out to save the holiday. Now here, I'm about to get you a stocking stuffer full of excuses. The fuck out of here. But yeah, we make excuses because we this is a little phenomenon. You don't want to take them in, but you don't want to see them out on the streets. It's a very conflicting emotion. Listen, personally, I don't want nothing to do with you, but I want to know that you all right. Shit. I know niggas. Real shit. I know niggas that wouldn't take in a nigga, but they would give money to the nigga that did take in the nigga, so the nigga could be all right.
Right.
Yeah. Third party feeders and shit. Like, well, listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, whatever you do, don't send that motherfucker around my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I had somebody say, "Can you take this guy in?" And I was like, "Nah, I can't do that. He a little loose in the brain." And they were like, "I give you some money each month." I was like, "You could save your money and just keep him at your house." And they were like, "No, I'm not gonna be able to do that." I was like, "Well, shit, hold on a second." I was like, This is not a halfway house.
Biting the hand that feeds you. By the way, a word of caution. Never, I don't care how much you feed the motherfucker, never say to the person that you are feeding that they shouldn't bite the hand that feeds them. You will never find a person that is being fed admit that they are being fed. There's nobody prouder than somebody who has been accused of biting the hand that feeds them. They will stick out. Who the fuck is you? First of all, I ain't no dog. That's number one. Second of all, you ain't feeding nobody. Shit, I've been on my own since I was 13, and I'm still I'm a fucking warrior. I'm a fucking survivor. I done survived every challenge I done had. I had leukemia at age 4, and look at me. I came out of I was in remission at age 17, and look at me. I raised myself on the street since I was 11. Soon as I got out of 6th grade, graduated, was supposed to go to junior high. Me, I was raising my 8-year-old baby brother. I did that. Yeah. So I know how to make it out here. I beat cancer. I beat poverty. I beat miseducation. I beat abuse. I beat promiscuity. I beat AIDS. I beat COVID. I beat a bad ear infection. I beat a hip replacement. Okay. I beat a drum. I beat you and the crew. Hold it. I beat every fucking thing out here. The nerve of you to tell me that you feed me. Shit. You only reason you giving anyway is so you look good to your little friends, your little fraternity and sorority sisters. You know what I mean? I ain't your fucking charity case. Oh yeah? Bitch, I gave you a fucking Christmas bonus and this ain't even a job. Fuck is you talking about?
Real shit.
Real shit. So people will, but yeah, nobody is prouder than the person you just told not to bite the hand that feed them. That motherfucker's gonna stand up. They gonna stand up like stand up. You know what I'm saying? You know, on some after 7 shit. Shit is rad. Shit is rad, son. You know, this shit is gonna be rad. Shit, do not tell anybody not to bite the hand that feeds them. Never. I don't give a fuck if you just went to Burger King and handed over the number 9 here, and they bit you right here. Like, how dare you back to here? Shit, I was just protecting myself. Anyway, I wanted cheese on my burger. This ain't no regular burger. This is regular. Fuck out of here. Okay, we gotta get on up out of here. Oh, hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all this cool new tool that I got. I've been wanting one of these for the longest time. Yeah, it ain't nothing but an air blower and shit. You see that? It's powerful. Woo-wee! I'm blowing. I can clean my keyboard there. Here, clean keyboard. Clean keyboard. I was fucking with Crystal with this joint. She was like, yo, she don't like the sound, but she was kind of digging the air like, yeah. Shut the thing up and put it in this direction. That's a pretty good air gun. You know what I mean? 330 RPM, some shit like that. I would recommend that y'all buy it, but I'm not going to do that because it's a little expensive. I don't think it should cost as much as it costs. I'm sorry, what did you say?
How expensive?
Yeah. Let me just put it this way. I could have bought probably two window fans for that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, these shows ain't cheap. Huh?
You could have bought a whole case of the air.
Let me look on my Amazon app. Let me see how much I actually paid for this bitch. Because I was like, hold on. Huh?
If it's more than $25,
I ain't gotta look then. I ain't gotta look. We good. All right.
Okay. Wait. Okay, if it's more than $20, don't tell me.
If it's more than what?
30.
Let's do these birthday shout outs. We had some listen, I want to thank you for calling in. Appreciate you. You know, as always, you know what I mean? Thanks for holding it down. Thanks for coming through. You know what I'm saying?
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. You have a great night. Terrific.
You too.
Terrifico. What's dinner for this motherfucker? You got me thinking about this. I'm sure. What we got? Yeah, I'm tripping. Fuck out of it. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 21st, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Love Gata? Was that Love Gala? Love Gala. No, that's Love Gaia. Love Gaia. Happy birthday to you. And my girl, Alicia Burns, turning 40. Bow, 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 bow. Happy birthday. I do the damn thing now. And Kurt Williams turning 74 years old today. And Cynthia Watford turning 41 years old today. And Labiba Muhammad turning 41 years old today. And Amina Adebayo Shitu. Happy birthday to you. And Jarrell MC. Jarrell turning 43 years old. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And Sherilyn Harris. Sherilyn Harris, happy birthday. This is the last day of Gemini, by the way. Tomorrow, Cancer. 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 And also Kevin Williams, happy birthday to you. And my girl, last but not least, turning 57 years old today, Deirdre. Deirdre Gibbs. For years, I thought Deirdre was a Cancer, but she's not. Yes, I thought she was a Cancer, but she's not. Yo, she's a Gemini too, fly. Oh, what the hell? What you talking about, my guy? Happy birthday to you, though. I hope that today finds you a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. You. This goes for everybody and anybody else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious June 21st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, and biting the hand that feeds you. There are rare reasons. Sometimes the reasons that people bite the hand that feed them is rare. It be rare, son, but it's never for a good reason. You cannot healthily or altruistically bite the hand that feeds you. You can keep all of your excuses to yourself. You can say that you did it for this reason and that reason, and this person is not really a good person. Well, they may not have been a good person to somebody else, but they was feeding you. So what you biting their hand for? If you don't like what they doing out there, stop accepting meals from them. Simple as that. Stop accepting meals from them. Stop accepting meals from them. Stop. Tell them I don't need your food. You don't know how to season this shit. No way. Do that. But you know why you won't do that? Because you're selfish and you are opportunistic and you're not good fucking nobody. Yo, fuck out of here. I want to thank y'all for coming through, man. I really appreciate y'all. I had a good time tonight and I needed this show tonight because please remember to hit the like button. Don't forget to share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And we will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock is how we do the thing right. And peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Yo, do the damn thing if you choose. So Blog Talk, let me get you out of here. Stand back, yo, get this shit clear. And for my Instagram, it's Fire Slam, a Jammer. Thanks for coming through and sharing that grammar. And for my YouTubers, y'all know how it go. Please share that show. Yeah. And I holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be good. Peace. I ain't know it was supposed to rain tonight, but it is.